I'm getting texts from a lot of numbers that I don't recognize, and all of them saying, "Hey, bud, it's been a while. How are you?" And it wants me to write back. And I'm believing that this is some sort of scam, some sort of phishing that is like they want to know that that's a real phone and it's possibly something that they can break into. I'm not sure what it is, but I am starting to get these by the boatloads. And I know that we, in an earlier post, talked about the SDG&E scam that there is, and they want you to push through a link. All I know is there's so many different ways for us to get scammed, for us to get our money taken, our identities taken. We've got to be so careful. Typically, I just hit junk and report.
Yeah, it's definitely, and it's unfortunate because you may have lost a friend's phone number that they didn't lose, and they may actually be reaching out. I know
Yeah,
Sarah had a friend reach out a couple weekends ago, and I was like, it just looked different. It didn't look like scam. And she said, "Who's this?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is so and so." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." It was an actual person who had remembered to text her after a long time. One of her friends that she was able to kind of reconnect with. Uh, so it happens, but you're right. There's so much spam. And I feel like sometimes if you just answer to one or you get those phone calls and you answer your phone,
all the time.
now all of a sudden it just multiplies the amount of times that you're being contacted. The calls increase, the text increase. So it's such a difficult uh situation when, and there's some days where it is relentless
It is
and it
relentless. It's
is like
annoying, but it's so
constant.
dangerous because it can take your information, your bank account information, your social security numbers. It can, because we keep data in this thing. I mean, our IT guy here at the SDFLC and DebtWave, he talks to us all the time. He doesn't put anything when he signs up for stuff. He's like, I put fake information all the time because he's like super paranoid, and as IT people would be. So sometimes I think he's a little over the top, but for the most part, he's probably got a point.
Yeah, and I saw an article, it was a while back, on one of the major news stations. They had done a thing. There's actually in other countries and other parts of the world, like entire facilities of scammers who do these phone scams. Unfortunately, some of them not so willingly scammers, but and their job is to scam people, Americans, people from not only here in America, but Europe and things like
Sure.
that.
Western
Yeah,
countries.
just scam people. You speak English, I'm gonna scam you. The second floor might speak Spanish. We're gonna scam the Spanish speaking countries.
Oh man,
So it is definitely a big thing. It's just
brutal.
it's unfortunate, but just don't answer.
Be diligent. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you have my number and I lost yours and you're trying to get a hold of me,
Yeah.
leave
Right.
me a voice message. And that way I can hear him like, oh, I do know who that is.
Yeah.
And then we can connect that way. But don't forget to like and subscribe so we can keep reminding you of these things and keep making your life simple.